Hafa-day students, I'm Josh Tenorio, your Lieutenant Governor. Thank you for being with us today and for taking the time to continue your learning with PBS University. I also want to thank your teachers and support staff at GDOE and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to you, our students. Si Dus Maasi, and we hope that you enjoy this PBS University instruction.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school, our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University. Fast, fun, fast. Fast, fun, fast.
Half a day, my friends. I'm Miss Ryan. Mr. Tony and I are bird watching. Mr. Tony, what are you doing?
Oh, that's my bird call for Guam's territorial bird, the Guam rail, or in CHamoru, we call it Coco.
Well, Mr. Tony, you won't find a Coco flying high. The Coco is a flightless, fast-running bird. They usually run through grassy areas. But it's rare you'll find one because they are endangered birds.
Oh! Wait, how do you know all these facts about the Coco?
Oh, I read it in a brochure. We can learn all about how to read factual, non-fiction text in literacy class. The literacy teacher at PBS University teaches us how to read, write, and think critically. There's the bell. Would you like to check out literacy class at PBS University?
Oh yes, that would be awesome. I want to learn so much more how to read nonfiction text so I can research about the Coco myself. Also, does your teacher teach how to speak Coco?
I'm not sure about that, but let's practice our bird calls as we head to literacy class. Come on, friends. But first, make sure you catch all our PBS University episodes on YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button.
Half a day, boys and girls. This is Mr. Ernesto Choco. Boop. And I'm going to be your 3rd through 5th literacy teacher. That's right, we're going to do literacy. Whoa, that means literally you're going to learn about reading and writing and words and stuff like that. Yay! Before we begin, we're going to learn our diversity phrase. Okay, here we go. Our diversity phrase today is Genki desu ka? Let's break it down. Let's make it slower. Genki desu ka. Genki desu ka? Genki desu ka means how are you in English. So how are you guys doing? You guys okay? Well, if you're not feeling okay, we've got some videos that can help you about breathing and things like that. So watch some of our character ed stuff and we'll be able to give you some skills to help you out. How do you say, how are you in your language? I'd like to know. So send us a letter at PBS Guam. Okay, moving on. We're going to be doing Haikus! Ooh! What's a haiku, Mr. Choco? Well, that is a Japanese poem. Yeah, Japanese style poem. And it's really, really, really fun to do. It's one of my favorite types of poetry to write. And one of the ways that we're going to help guide you in your haiku writing is we're going to practice some words that can help guide us in how we're going to write our haiku. So, we're going to learn something called a noun. N-O-U-N. Noun. A noun is a what? I heard someone say person. Person. What else? I'll use this ear. Place. Very good. And what else? Yes, or thing. Person, place, or thing. So, what are examples of nouns? Let's go through a few examples. Grogu. He's right over there. Grogu. You guys know what? It's from Star Wars. Yeah, the Mandalorian. It's like Baby Yoda. So, Grogu can be a person. Girl. The word girl. Yes, girl is also a noun. Boy. Boy is a noun. How about moon? Moon. Oh, not this moon. This moon's gonna bring out the werewolves. Oh, no, we don't want any werewolves. Go away, moon. But that is a noun. And how about volcano? Volcano is the noun because it is a place. It is a thing, or it is a thing. It could be a place and a thing. School. School. There's school. Home. Your home is a place. Heaven. Oh, that's a nice place. I'd like to go there when I pass on to the next world. And thing. How about thing? Let's do things now. How about a book? A book is a thing. Television. A television is a thing. Okay, so we've got ourselves our nouns. Now, we need something to describe those nouns. Adjectives describe nouns. Beautiful. Oh, yes. Have good self-esteem and call yourself beautiful. Handsome. You can also call yourself handsome. Good self-esteem. How about cute? Like, look at that cute unicorn. How about soft? Oh, soft is a good adjective. Yeah, especially for pillows if you want to go to sleep. Soft pillow. Shiny, bright diamond or crystal. Now that we know what nouns are and adjectives, let's put a little sentence together. Okay, here we go. The pretty girl laughed. There you go. The pretty girl laughed. What is the noun? The girl is the noun. Very good. And what is the adjective? Pretty. Pretty is the adjective. Okay, now we've got all of our nouns and we understand our nouns and we understand our adjectives. Now maybe we can write a haiku. So a haiku has 3 lines. Only 3 lines. It has the first line right here. This is the first line. The second line is right here. And then the third line is right here. Okay, so those are lines. And this line here has a 5-syllable limit. And then for the second line, you must have only 7 syllables. That's your rule. And for the third line can only have 5 syllables again. Sir, what is a syllable, sir? Well, let's do a sample of what a syllable is. For example, the word hi. How many syllables is hi? That's only 1 syllable. It's hi. Let's do 2 syllables. Hello. That's 2 syllables. He and lo. And then let's do something with 3 syllables. Beautiful. Now let's do a sample of a haiku. Here we go. The pretty girl smiled. That's 5 syllables. Let's go through it. The pretty girl smiled. Okay, the next line is 7 syllables. Let's try it. Shining. That's 2. Shining bright. She laughed joyfully. Oh, No. That's 8 syllables. Let's try that again. Shining bright, she laughed with joy. That's 7 syllables. Shining bright, she laughed with joy. In the sun, she twirled. That's 5 syllables. So we got it. We did it. We made a haiku. I had so much fun doing that. Now let's recap. What did we learn today? We learned about nouns, a person, place, or thing, like moon, sun, snow, heaven, unicorn, Mr. Choco, student, right? So things like that, those are all nouns. We also learned how to describe nouns with adjectives. Pretty, beautiful, handsome, smart, strong, right? All of these things are adjectives. And last but not least, we learned the word haiku. Do you remember the joke I was telling you at the beginning of the lesson? So it went something like this. What did the ghost teacher say to her students? Look at the board and I'll go through it again. Because she's a ghost, she can walk through it. So she's gonna go through it again. I had so much fun with you guys today. And remember, if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. This is Mr. Ernesto Choco for Literacy, 3rd through 5th grade. Bye. See you again.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to PBS University. Rananim, Ekte, Mrs. Paulino, your 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math teacher. Did you know what I just said? That's right. Rananim means hello in Chuukese. Another phrase I want you to learn in Chuukese is how to say my name is. My name is in Chuukese is Ite. Ite, Mrs. Paulino. My name is Mrs. Paulino. Now you try it on your own. Great job, boys and girls!
Mommy!
Did you hear that, boys and girls?
Mommy!
I think that's my son calling me.
I need help with my homework.
It seems like he needs help with his homework. Let's go check him out. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Mommy! Hi, boys and girls!
So, Richard, what do you need help on?
Mommy, I have this homework. It's about addition.
That's great. But do you remember what an addition is?
I know you have to add something.
That's right. It's one of the 4 basic operations in arithmetic. Addition is the act of combining or adding 2 or more numbers, objects, or things. And the symbol we use for addition is the plus sign.
I remember that from my class, but in my homework, it asked to identify the addends and the sum. But Mommy, what is the addend and what is the sum?
Great question, Richard. Let me explain. Addends are the numbers we add together. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Let me break down the parts of an addition problem. For example, if I have 3 red apples and 2 green apples, how many apples do I have in all? What's that? That's correct, 5 apples. Let's add it as an addition number sentence. Let's break down the parts. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 3 and 2 are the addends. The plus sign is a symbol for an addition problem. And the equal sign is the equality symbol. And finally, the sum. The sum is the answer to an addition problem.
Thank you, Mommy. Now I know what addends and sum are.
Great job, Richard! But you know, there's another way to help you remember these vocabulary words.
What is it, Mommy?
By singing a song. Boys and girls, come along and sing with me. Addends are the numbers we add together. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Richard, would you like to try and sing along with me?
Yes, Mommy.
Boys and girls, come and sing along too. Addends are the numbers we add together. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Addends are the numbers we add together. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Addends are the numbers we add together. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Addends are the numbers we add together. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Great job, boys and girls!
Mommy, now I know how to do my homework. Thank you so much for helping me.
You're welcome, son. It's quiz time! Here's our first question. What do we call the numbers we add together? Is it A, sum? Is it B, plus? Or is it C, addends? What is that, boys and girls? That's right, it's C, addends. Here's our next question. Are you ready, boys and girls? What do we call the answer to an addition problem? Is it A, equal sign? Is it B, sum? Or is it C, addends? What's that, boys and girls? That's right, it is B, sum. Last question. What is the symbol for addition? Is it A, minus? Is it B, equals? Or is it C, plus? What's that, boys and girls? Did you say C? That's right, it's C plus. Great job! All right, boys and girls, our time is up. I had so much fun learning math with you. Until next time, remember, keep soaring high and keep on learning. Bye!
Rananim, ite Miss Blancaflor. That's how you say, hello, my name is in Chuukese. I'll be your science teacher for grades 3 to 5. But before we get into our lesson, I have a quick riddle for all of you. Are you ready to try it? Great! Here's how it goes. It can be grown in your yard or bought in stores. It is given for love when less is more. Can you guess what it is? What was that? Right! Great job! Flowers! Flowers can be grown in your yard or you can buy them in stores. They can also be given for love when less is more. Great job, friends! All right, we're going to learn about flowers or plants and their environments today. Are you ready? Let's go! First, let's define what a plant is. Plants are living things that grow from the soil and turn light from the sun into food. Plants can be big or small, from giant trees to tiny patches of moss. Let's take a look at what some plants look like. Alright friends, now that we've seen some different kinds of plants, I have a few questions for you. Do you eat apples? Me too, they're so yummy. Did you know that apples grow from trees? Of course you did! Now, have you ever wondered why you don't see any apple trees on Guam? That's because apple trees grow in a different environment. An environment is like a place, kind of like our homes. We live in different kinds of homes. Small homes, big homes, short homes, tall homes. Plants live in different places too. Those different places are known as environments. Some plants live in tropical areas like Guam, where it's hot, sunny, and humid. Other plants live deep in the ocean. They can breathe underwater. Other plants live in places like the desert, where it's so hot. And other plants can live in environments that are so cold. I think we need an outfit change. Be right back. Whew, much better. Now, it's time, friends. Time to find these plants in their natural environments. Grab your hats, it might get hot, and grab your binoculars for a better view. Let's go, follow me. Shh, I see a plant. That's a coconut tree. Have you seen those on Guam? Coconut trees live in tropical environments like Guam because they like sandy soil. So you can find some of these coconut trees near the beach. They also need lots of sunlight and regular rainfall. So you can find those in places like Guam. There's another one, friends. That's a cactus. Don't touch it. It's very pokey. Cacti live in desert-like environments because in the desert, it looks like there's no water. There's sand all over, and it's so hot. But cacti have very long roots. They dig deep into the ground to get water for themselves. That's why cacti can live in warmer environments like the desert. Oh, it's so cold, friends. This is the kind of environment for those apple trees we talked about. Apple trees live in colder environments because they need the cold in order to bloom flowers in the springtime. Ooh, it's a little chilly. Let's go. Here's our last stop, friends. I brought the wrong kind of eyewear. I should have brought goggles instead. Have you seen plants like these at the beach before? They're called seaweed. They're a special kind of plant because they can live under the water. Do you think you can remember where all the different kinds of plants live? Let's play a game to help you remember. Come on, time to change. Alright friends, are you ready for the game? Here's how it's gonna work. I'll show you a picture of a plant and a picture of two different environments. You have to tell me which environment does the plant belong in. Sound easy? Alright, let's go! Here is the first plant. This is environment A, and this is environment B. Which environment do you think this plant belongs in? A or B? That's right! A! Great job! Let's take a look at the next plant. This is environment A. This is environment B. Which environment do you think this plant belongs to? That's right! B! Great job! Alright friends, I had so much fun today, did you? That's awesome! Alright, well, it's about that time. I just want to remind you all that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. I'll see you all in the next episode of PBS University. Bye!
Hi everyone, Ite Mr. Andrew. Ifausu? My name is Mr. Andrew. How are you? That's great to hear. Today I'm going to be your 3rd through 5th grade social studies teacher, and we're going to go on a little trip to Chuuk. But before we go, you and I need to learn a little bit of Chuukese. Our first phrase is, my name is, followed by your name. In Chuukese we say, Ite, your name. Ite Mr. Andrew. My name is Mr. Andrew. Now you try. Good job. Our next phrase is, how are you? In Chuukese we say, Ifausum. Ifausum. Now you try. Well done! We're almost ready to begin our trip to Chuuk. So first, we're gonna go on a trip to Chuuk, where we're gonna look at some of the amazing landmarks that you can find there. And then, guess what? You're gonna play a game show! That's right, you're gonna have the chance to play Who Has Chuuk? The game show in which contestants are asked, who has Chuuk? But before we go, I have a little riddle for you guys. I am always warm, I am always in the water, but I have 4 states. What am I? Can you guys guess? Well, if you don't know, don't worry. We'll have the answer at the end of this lesson. See you guys in a little bit.
First, we have the Japanese lighthouse. The Japanese lighthouse, also called the Poluat Lighthouse, was used by the Japanese in World War II. It was built in 1940. Can you guess how high it is? It's over 100 feet high. That's pretty tall.
Interesting.
Next, we will visit the underwater shipwrecks of Chuuk Lagoon. The underwater shipwrecks of the Chuuk Lagoon come from a Japanese fleet that sunk during World War II. You can find over 50 sunken Japanese ships, and you can even find some Japanese planes.
Educational.
Finally, we will visit the Tonotan Guns and Caves. The Tonotan Caves were an English military shelter that can still be found on the island today. As a matter of fact, an English naval gun can also still be found there.
History. It's time to play Who Has Chuuk? And now, for your host, Johnny John John!
Oh, hey! Didn't see you there. My name is Johnny John John, and welcome to our game show, Who Has Chuuk, where we ask our contestants one question. Can you guess what that question is? That's right! Who has Chuuk? Alright, without further ado, let's meet our contestants.
Contestant number 1 is representing Japan. He stands at approximately 5'6", weighs 170 pounds, and thinks he's really cool, but really he is not. Contestant number 2 representing Germany. He would not let us weigh him, but we know he is at least 5 feet tall, and he wants to fight with everybody. Contestant number 3 is representing Spain, and all we know is that his name is Paul.
Alright, well now that our contestants are introduced, there's only one thing left to do. Do you guys remember what question to ask? That's right! Who has Chuuk? So contestants, who has Chuuk? They're all raising their hands. Is that supposed to happen? Check through my papers here. I don't know what's going on. Ref?
Well, Johnny, they're actually all correct. Spain did interact with Chuuk from 1528 to 1899. And then Germany did purchase Chuuk in 1899 and owned them up until 1914, at which point Japan did also own Chuuk from 1914 to 1945. So in fact, all of them had Chuuk.
Well, I guess everyone's a winner then, and that includes you at home. You're a winner too! Good job! Thanks for playing with us, and that's all the time we have for today. As always, Ite, Johnny John John, and this is Who Has... What was the place? Oh, right, Chuuk! Thanks, Johnny. Keep up the good work. And welcome back, guys. Did you have a lot of fun today? I know I did. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the amazing things that we've learned today. First, we saw how many different groups of people came to Chuuk in the past. And then we learned that not only did these people come to Chuuk, they even lived on Chuuk for a long time. Isn't that interesting? I guess when one culture interacts with our culture, it changes our history as well. Isn't that amazing? Oh, hey, before I forget, did you solve the riddle? What? Oh, you don't remember the riddle. That's okay, I can say it again. The riddle goes like this. I have 4 states, but I'm always warm and I'm always in the water. What am I? That's right, I'm the FSM, or the Federated States of Micronesia. I have 4 states, Yap, Ponape, Coast Rai, and Chuuk. Did you get the answer? Well, if not, no worries, because you learned something today, and that's always cool. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining me. As always, Ite, Mr. Andrew, and remember, I love you and I care about you. Take care, guys.
Hi, or Rananim, Ite, Mrs. Borja. That means hi, my name is Mrs. Borja in Chuukese. Welcome to PBS University. I'm your character education teacher. In here, we learn how to interact with others and handle certain situations. And it helps us become better students and better friends. And it helps us to get through difficult situations that might be confusing or scary or sometimes frustrating. But it's all part of learning and growing up. Today, we're going to be talking about good morals and the golden rule. Have you heard of the golden rule? Well, the golden rule is everything that comes out of Mrs. Borja's mouth is amazing. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that isn't the golden rule, but that doesn't mean it's not true, right? Am I right? Am I right? Is this thing on? Are we even on the air? Okay, I'm just checking because I didn't get any kind of... Okay, anyway, the golden rule. The golden rule is do unto others as you would have done to you, which basically means treat others the way that you want to be treated. Oh, I have an idea. I think there's a show that we can watch that can help us understand about this stuff more, and I think we're right on time. Let's watch. It's time for your favorite game show about good morals. That means it's time for the Golden Rule with me, Goldie McBooksmart. It's fun to follow the Golden Rule and have good morals, but let's remind all the viewers at home what it means to have good morals. Having good morals helps us make good decisions. Like, 1, we are kind and gentle. That means that we respect people's feelings and safety. 2, we try hard. That means that we try new things and we try our best at school and with other activities. 3, we are honest. That means we respect the truth. 4, we take care of things. That means we respect things like the community, the environment, and animals. 5, we listen. That means that we respect other people's ideas and opinions. And the best way to make sure that we have good morals is by following the Golden Rule, which is do unto others as you would have done to you, which means treat others the way that you want to be treated. Now, back to our game. It's time to meet our contestants. We have Alice and Gerald. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Are you ready to play the Golden Rule? Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario and you're gonna buzz in and tell me what you think someone with good morals might do in this situation. Are you ready? Let's go. Scenario 1. So you're walking in the hallway and you see another student drop their books on the ground, and other students are walking right by them or walking right on top of their books and papers. What should you do? Alice, you're the first to buzz in. What do you think?
If I were the student who dropped their stuff, I would hope that someone would stop and help me pick up my stuff, or at least not step on me and my stuff. But helping would be even better. So my answer is help them pick up their stuff.
That is a great answer, Alice. And it really fits in with the moral of we are kind and gentle. Point for you. Next scenario, scenario 2. Oh no, you accidentally broke something at Grandma's house when you were running around. And then you tried to hide it. But she found it, and now she's going around and asking everybody if they know what happened. What should you do? Oh, Gerald, quick with the buzzer. What's your answer?
If I think about my grandma and how she probably wants to be treated, then she probably wants the truth. So my answer is to be honest and tell her what happened and that it was an accident.
Absolutely correct. That is something that a person with good morals would do. Point for you too. Let's look at the score. It's tied 1-1. Let's get to scenario 3. Okay, you and your family just finished a super fun picnic in the park, and now you're packing everything up so you can head back home. But as your hands are full of picnic gear, you spot a few plates and dirty forks and some empty juice boxes that you forgot to pick up. But your hands are full of picnic gear. What do you do? Alice, you buzzed in. What do you think?
I think the park wants to be treated nicely because it gives us sun and trees and grass to enjoy. So I think my answer is put my stuff down and pick up the rest of the trash and throw it away.
Alice, that's a great answer. We talked about taking care of the community and the environment and animals, and picking up the trash that you left behind in the park is definitely following good morals. Great job. Point for you.
Oh, sometimes my family and I go around to different places on the island and pick up trash. I mean, there's only 4 of us, but every bit helps keep our island a little cleaner, right?
Wow, Gerald, that's absolutely right and pretty awesome. You know, you get a point for that. That brings our score to 2-2. And you know what? We're running out of time, so I'd really like to thank Alice and Gerald and all of you for joining me here today on The Golden Rule. I can tell that you guys all have good morals, and that's going to help you make better decisions and tell the difference between wrong and right. And speaking of wrong and right, your right answers have helped you win these prizes. We'll see you next time. I'm Goldie McBooksmart here at The Golden Rule. Hey, did you enjoy that? I love that show. And now you know where I got this. But that's all the time that we have today too. So come back next time for more awesome learning adventures here at PBS University with me, Mrs. Borja. Until then, be good, read books. Bye.
Half a day and welcome to CHamoru time. Guahu si Senora Bobby. And Kiliso. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. It's so nice to see you all. Kiliso is from the island of Chuuk. I learned that word from a friend of mine who I helped pick breadfruit for her family dinner. And she said, Kiliso, Bobby. So I said, Kiliso in return, but it actually means thank you. But Kiliso, and thank you for joining me again today. Do I have an awesome lesson for you today? Today, we're going to be learning about buets or vowels. Can you say buet? That's right. That's how we say vowels in Chamoru. The vowel sounds are a, e, I, O, and oo. But today, we're going to be learning the vowel a, the buet sound a. Can you say a? Malik. And I know that it is also from the English letter A, but in Chamoru, we sound that sound out by saying ah. Malik, I can hear you sounding that out right back there. So the letter A comes from some words like amarillo. Can you say amarillo? That's right, amarillo means yellow. Do you have a certain word in your language for yellow as well? Malik. That's right, amarillo means yellow. Another word that we can use with the sound a or the buet sound a is agate. Can you say agate? Malik, you're doing a great job. High five. All right. Agate is banana. Do you like agate? Oh, I love agate too. And agate has the buet sound ah. Can you say agate one more time? Malik. So let's do a short sentence using these two words. Can you help me say these sentences? All right, here's the sentence. Amarillo y agate. Your turn, why don't you try it? Let me say it again. Amarillo y agate. Malik. Awesome job. You guys are doing so awesome today. All right. Now I have something super special for you that I would like you to learn so that we can always remember the ah sound. And it's a song that I put together called the Buet song. All right. Are you ready? Yeah. Kalisto ha? Malik. Well, let me grab my guitar and let's sing along. All right, so I have my guitar. Are you ready to sing? That's right, here we go. All right, so I'll go first and then I want to hear you try the sounds too. And 1, 2, 3, 4. The CHamoru word for A is ah. Ah. The CHamoru word for A is ah. Ah. The CHamoru word for A. The CHamoru word for A. The CHamoru word for A is ah. Ah. All right, now your turn. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. The CHamoru word for A is Malik. The CHamoru word for A is Malik. The CHamoru word for A. The CHamoru word for A. The CHamoru word for A is. That's right. Ah. Let's sing that one more time. The CHamoru word for A is ah. The CHamoru word for A is ah. The CHamoru word for A. The CHamoru word for A. The CHamoru word for A is ah. Malik, my friends, high five. That was awesome. That was amazing. Kiliso, thank you for joining me for that awesome song. Now let's review the words that we learned, including the sentence. So the sound, of course, that we are making, they are called wet sounds, vowel sounds. All right? And one of the vowel sounds we learned was from the letter A in our English alphabet. But in CHamoru, it's called ah. Can you make that sound again one more time? Oh, wow. Malik, Eno, that was awesome. All right. And the other word we learned with that wet sound, of course, was agate. Agate. Can you say agate? Malik. And, of course, what color is an agate? It's amarizo. That's right. It is yellow. Of course, some agates are maybe green or other colors, but I love to eat the agate that is yellow or amarizo. Can you say amarizo? Malik. So these are the sounds or the words that we can use with our buet sound. Ah. Can you say buet one more time? Malik. All right, and here is our short and simple sentence. Amarizo y agate. Can you say that again? Amarizo y agate. Your turn. Malik, my friends. Great job. That deserves another high five. Woohoo! Well, I guess that's enough time for us today, but I want you guys to make sure to join me on my next episodes for the other vowel or buet sounds. Remember, a, e, o, and ooh. I'd like to see you there. All right. Kwahusi Sinara Bobby, and thank you for joining me for CHamoru time. Remember, in order to get love, you gotta give love from your corazon. Adios.